Is your real estate agent earning trust in the purchase process? You're definitely going to want to watch this one. I'm sitting here with our amazing team member, Matt Brown, and we're super grateful for him, and he's seeing a lot of success for what I find is a big miss by real estate agents. They're not building trust. They come off with commission breath and try to close too quickly, specifically on the listing side. So I know you've had a couple of clients you're working with where they had to buy first. And right now we know that everyone wants listings, and that's what a lot of the agents are focusing on instead of helping people with the more difficult part of the move. So I want to explain how you're doing that, because I think this is what every real estate agent should be doing right now with their clients.
Yeah, I mean, I started off, I had a client just recently that called in, wanted to look at a specific home. So again, just chatting with them, getting used to what they were looking for, focusing on the buy stuff. I ended up securing a meeting with them at the property. So then going through the process of what the market is in today's current condition, really focusing on what their needs were. And then after we got through the process and under contract, I did circle back to their actual home, knowing that they had a home that they would have to eventually sell. So after I got them what they wanted on the buy side and secured that, I circled back and tried to attack it from the listing side as well. And I'm happy to say I got the listing.
Well, and think about this, because everyone wants listings right now. I mean, that's obviously like the number one thing real estate agents want. But it's about building trust with the consumer, and their priority wasn't selling their home. They probably were like, hey, we're good there. It was, I need to find a home that I'm going to be happy in. So you met with them at the property, you walked them through how the process works, you educated them. How else did you build trust along the way? Because I know that people meet with a couple different agents before they make a decision. What did you do to help them feel comfortable with you handling all of their real estate needs?
Yes, I mean, that's a great question, and that's kind of like one that I wasn't really sure how to bridge that. But to be honest with you, I was just myself. I really liked. I got along well with them. They have small kids, and they brought them with the first showing. So I related to the fact that I have two younger kids and a teenager. So I did relate with them on that level, which really kind of like kicked the door in a little bit.
Sure.
And then it was just connecting with them, really listening to what they wanted. I didn't talk as much as I normally would. So just listening to what they wanted, really finding the area and what they necessarily needed, because it was a little bit different. They needed an in-law suite. So paying attention to what they actually wanted, communicating with them, and I think that's what won me their trust.
So think about this. Imagine if you just focused on building trust with your real estate agent, because to me, this is no different than like an accountant, an attorney, a doctor in some cases. I mean, we're not performing surgery here, but these are big things that don't happen often. And just relating to them and walking them through the process so they can build trust. So, and when you met with them initially, did you walk them through like the market, like here's what's going on, like statistically, here's how the process works? Tell us a little bit more about that, because a lot of agents I find, they skip that part and they try to figure it out when they have like an hour to write an offer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a very detail-oriented guy. So I wanted to make sure that all my clients know that, especially with what area they're looking into. This client had to be specifically looking in Chester County. So I gave them all the stats of what Chester County is. I'd rather give them too much information and then kind of explain what some of it is if they have questions than not enough information. I want you to be educated. I want you to know and understand what's going on just as much as I do, because your home purchase is the biggest purchase that you're going to have. I want you to be comfortable. I want you to know exactly what you're dealing with. And if you have any questions along the way, do not hesitate to ask me. I'm an open book, and I want my clients to feel that they can trust me and ask me anything they want.
Well, most people don't go through real estate transactions that often. It's right now the average person lives in a home 11 years, right? So that's it, over a decade.
Yeah, a lot of things change.
Yeah, think about what you were doing 11 years ago. I know what I was doing, and it wasn't. I mean, it's just your life is different.
Yeah.
Laws change, the process changes, the market changes. So anyone out there that's watching that maybe doesn't feel like they're getting that trust factor from their real estate agent, what advice do you have for them?
Well, if you're out there and you're watching this and you're dealing with an agent and you're realizing that your agent is not giving you the stats of what the housing market is, or giving you the comps of the neighborhood, or even listening to what you're saying, you need to pick a different agent. This is, and I hate to be blunt and
not us, just someone different. No, this is a good point.
Yeah, and it's just, if you're not getting what you need from your agent, then you need to focus on getting with somebody or interviewing a new agent that will hear what you want. I mean, that's, at the end of the day, you're the one buying the home. You're the one that has to be comfortable with what you want. So why are you allowing somebody to dictate what you want if it's not what you need?
You said something really interesting there. I'm gonna break it down even simpler. Did you interview your agent, period? A lot of people don't. They just work with the first person that they talk to. Can your agent explain what's happening in the market? Do they understand the process? If they can't check all three of those boxes, then it's time maybe to find somebody else, look at some online reviews, connect with someone that's going to be able to give you what you want, where you want. I think that's great advice. It may not be the popular answer. It's the answer that you need to win in 2022. You're definitely going to want to watch this one.